And ThorZain usually well known for mech, so I don't know how effective this is going to be, but we have seen it work. If you can actually get a nice surround with your Lings and Banelings, and there aren't that many tanks, you can actually crush almost the entire army with only Thors left. The mutas magic box them, clean them up, and then eventually pick off the siege tanks. It is not that hard to achieve, but nice little placement here by JulyZerg. It did save the game. In the last game, he actually picked off a lot of Marines with these landmines, but I don't think it's going to work this game, since ThorZain will be expecting it, or at least will have learned his lessons, and will scan before moving out. And since these are all clumped up here, they will all go down in a single scan. I believe that July should actually put some across the map, so to force a lot of scans for ThorZain. Now this little group of Marines will target down this spire. It will go down before +2 finishes, so no more mutas on the field. And after these 5 pop out, there will be no more. Now the hive coming up, and another spire for JulyZerg, sorry. And JulyZerg now has a lot of workers, nice saturation at all his bases. He is kind of looking good, and if ThorZain doesn't scan this, it will be huge. He doesn't actually make these explode, and big blunder here by July. He could have taken out at least half these Marines, and that would have been huge. He would have been in great shape if he just paid attention to his minimap. And that is quite a shame. Now ThorZain actually has his 4th base. These mutas are going to go into the main base, since that army went outside, and will do a lot of damage here. These Marines have to run back, stim, and lose energy while doing so. That single turret will most likely go down after 4 shots, losing a lot of SCVs here. 20 SCVs killed, 21 SCVs kills by these mutas total, and attacking this 3rd base, very close air distance from the main base, but very far away for these Marines to actually run. And these mutas killing even more SCVs. Now 29, 30 kills. He will actually clean up this little pack of SCVs, and 35 SCV kills by these mutas. So great harass here by JulyZerg, picking off this random group of Marines. These Marines really think that they can take out anything, but they are not gods. They are just very good. Now actually finding this 4th base and killing even more SCVs. Fortunately, this is a short ground distance as well as air distance, and these Marines are pushed back. Now the harvester count 68,276 for JulyZerg. JulyZerg now having his 5th base, putting down a lot of spine crawlers everywhere. He does not want to get dropped. This main base is safe for now, he believes, because of this big army. Now the Greater Spire almost done, and actually July banking up gas and minerals to turn these 5 broodlords into 5 corruptors into broodlords. Remember, that is what made him win the game in the first game. Since there are so many siege tanks and very few Marines and Thors, broodlords are very, very good, especially if there are a lot of Banelings supporting them. If the Marines go too far out trying to pick off those broodlords, they will get completely destroyed by the Banelings. Now ThorZain is very far across the map, and JulyZerg will try and pick off this Planetary Fortress with Lings, though that will maybe not happen. Nice damage being dealt here. A lot of SCVs going down, and it will eventually go down, but he loses a lot of Lings here. He lost at least 2/3 of those Lings. I don't know if it was actually worth it. He could have morphed those into Banelings and taken it out more easily. But now all these broodlords getting picked off by the Marines. No Baneling support or any army support for that matter. And ThorZain will just ravage through this 4th base. And July has no answer to this. He needs Banelings, he needs broodlords. You can see actually 39 Banelings being produced, but against this amount of tanks, I don't see this working. If ThorZain just target fires the Banelings here, he should be able to clean it up before they even reach the tanks. And a lot of Marines on the other side here. July decides to actually try and intercept these Marines that are going for the 6th or 7th base of JulyZerg. At this point, I'm not even sure. They will get intercepted, but will it be enough? Nice split by ThorZain, running those Marines up the hill. And actually July losing all those banelings for almost no damage. This entire army is still at the lower left corner of the expansion, now going to the 3rd base. July in a load of trouble here, 129 to 183 supply. Losing those Broodlords out of position like that was crucial. It was not what he wanted to do. And I think ThorZain will actually win this game. July will have to GG out of here in not too long. After losing this base, there is not much that July can do. 55 to 72 harvesters. You can see ThorZain very much ahead in the income tab. This base is still up with a lot of spine crawlers for July, but he will lose all his production, all his tech, and I don't see him actually coming back from this. This little drone hiding behind the tree, praying to God or to the overseer that he does not get picked off by this group of 4 Marines. These baller Marines picking off a hatchery, gonna go for the next one here. A few overlords will get picked off in the process. Now these mutas finally cleaning up the rest of the Thors and these tanks, but during that time ThorZain actually is mining from 1, 2, 2.5, 3.5 bases now, and his income is way ahead. His supply, he is 176 to 100 supply, never a good place where you want to be for a Zerg player. These medevacs are actually going to find this expansion. These 4 Marines think they can take out the 6 spine crawlers with the support of 6 medevacs. They might actually can if he positions them perfectly, but with these links intercepting them, that will not happen. But now July in the load of hurt, not even getting a 4th base. His main completely mined out, his expansion almost mined out, and forces just everywhere. Nice little drop here, I guess, by ThorZain, dropping in a line. I'm surprised he's not just making them dance. He's having fun with his APM. That APM, not even that high for ThorZain. His decision making is just awesome and very effective APM, while July has a huge 217 APM. Now gonna drop this 3rd base. If he sticks behind these mineral lines and to the ledge here, he should be able to do a lot of damage. And July is just sticking into this game, maybe just thinking about what he might do in the next one, but he cannot come back from this game. It is 176 to 118 supply. July knows it. He just trying to compose himself for the next game now. ThorZain having fun with lots. That is 14 ghosts. If my count is right, that is 16 ghosts. Now just sniping away at these mutas. Of course, they do 100 damage per snipe to biological. If that is correct, I'll just move this. 45 damage, sorry, not that, not 100, that would be actually very much overpowered, but still a lot of damage. You can see that ghost almost dancing his way to victory. Now these Marines stimming in here, the banelings will get crushed by these siege tanks, and I still don't see 24 damage to these ghosts. Actually do 24 damage to light units, which is basically all Mutalisks and Lings, which is almost everything that July has on the map. So July is still trying desperately to come back in this game, but will not happen. Picking off whatever 4 seeds he can, but he is now at 89 supply, and there he goes, GG. We will be going into game 3, so tune in for that, guys.